welcome back to Blog Fix Friday. Blog Fix Friday is my quick Friday vlog where I share a tip or a trick that will make your blogging life easier. Now today I wanted to talk to you about how to create lots of content ideas. So lots of ideas for posts. I think sometimes it's never good being under pressure, and we've all put ourselves as bloggers in that situation where we know we've got to get a post out tomorrow or the next day. For some reason, because of the pressure, we've gone blank, we don't really know what to write about, and it's such a lovely thing to have a big old safety net of loads of post ideas that you can start to work on when you have time, or that will always be in your reserve when you need to pull a post out of the wardrobe and get writing on it. So my first idea would be my first thing would be to write a list of all the categories that you cover on your blog, that you write about. So write them all down and then think about your potential customers or your customers. What do they actually want to read? We're all in a position where we started our blog and it's progressed, and maybe the categories that we have aren't hugely representative of everything that we offer, but you need to make sure there's a match between what you're going to write about and what your customers or the potential customers actually might want to read. So for example, if you write a post about professional cake decorators, but your whole idea of your blog is a sort of DIY, how to make your own cakes, that's probably not a good fit. So think about how the post that you have or that you could write about will match up to the post that people want to read from you, and that it helps your blog as well. So it helps the reader and serves them, but it actually helps your blog going forward as well. So think about that match as well. Then for each topic that you have got the shortlist down to now, I'd mind map each topic. So by mind map, all I mean is write down the main topic. So say it would be, what did I write? Say it would be cake decorating or whatever in the middle, and then you'd write things on the outside. So you'd write 5 branches that come off that, which are why, what, when, where and how. So why, what, when, where, how, and then write all the topics, all the post ideas that you can think of under each of those categories for your main idea. So for example, then you brainstorm all of those ideas. So for why might be 7 reasons why to hire a pro cake decorator. So it just goes against what I've just said, but you know, that's an example of a why one. What would be 10 beautiful cake ideas. When should you start planning to bake your own wedding cake, for example? I've gone down the cake theme. Can you tell I'm on a diet? Where would be, where are the best places, the best places to find cake inspiration, wedding cake inspiration. And how would be a tutorial. So how to do this, how to make an Iggle Piggle birthday cake, or how to whatever, that kind of thing. So you can break them all down, and then under each of those what, when, how categories, you then write as many ideas as you can think of. So having that structure it prompts your brain into thinking the right way, and you can then repeat that for every, so it might be celebration cakes, it might be rustic bakes, or whatever your blog is about. It might be craft things, but you have these different sections, so you could end up with 5 mind maps, each with something in the middle and many posts around the outside. And then I would take those, the ones that really get you fired up, and I'd just highlight those ones or copy them onto a separate list. And that's basically as simple as it is. Those ones on that separate list, not all of the ones you've written down you might be really driven to write about, but the ones that you highlight, or the ones that you copy onto a separate list of posts that you actually want to write, will be ones that you are informed about, so you have a lot to say about that subject. Ones that you feel that would be really helpful, that your readers would want to read about, maybe based on feedback or just knowing your niche. And ones that you really want to write about. I think there's nothing better than writing something that you are driven to write, that you really want to write. And that's the ones that really get you excited, and they're often the ones that go really well, that are popular posts. So that is how to brainstorm and structure content ideas. That content could take you, depending on how thorough your mind maps are, could take you months to get through all those ideas. So think of that going forward, and happy planning.